Good morning and Sairam to all the students. Welcome back in your social science class. So student, today in our social science class, we are going to study social and political life second. And in this book, we had already covered many chapters. Today I am going to teach you lesson number 10, struggles for equality. Everybody know the meaning of struggle, everybody knows the meaning of equality. So what is equality? Yes, equality means getting each and everything, getting each and every opportunity in an equal manner. There should be no discrimination between minority and majority. If someone is getting opportunity of government job, it should be equal according or maybe according to the educational status, their qualification, but there should be no discrimination because of their sex, caste, gender or religion. So, this is the meaning of equality, that each and every citizen of India get its right in an equal way. Now student, before starting our chapter number 10, I would like to tell you, yes, we have skipped some chapter because according to the CBSE guideline, we have deducted 30% course from your social science book also. So now directly I am teaching you chapter number 10, and this is the last chapter of your social and political life second book. So let's start our chapter number 10. In this chapter, I have taken some relevant facts or something from your NCERT book also. If you want, you can open your book, but I don't think you required your book. Let's start. As we already read in this book, the Indian Constitution recognizes all Indians as equal before the law and state that no person can be discriminated against because of their religion, sex, caste or whether they are rich or poor. Now here that everybody knows, some people are not equally treated, but there is a point that in our Indian constitution, if you want to read, you can read our Indian constitution, you will find many articles. In those articles, it is clearly written that each and every person who is a citizen of our country has some rights. Okay, rights like freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom to move from one place to another, freedom of getting job or a government job or getting equal opportunity. So we can say that our government has done something for our country, so no person is discriminated. Now I am highlighting this point that according to the law, no person is discriminated because of their religion, sex, caste and according to their status, whether he is rich or poor. Now one more thing, all adults in India have the equal right to vote. Everybody knows that the voting age of an Indian citizen is 18. It means when you attain the age of 18, you have the right to vote. It doesn't know whether you are poor, rich, what will be your religion, whether you belong to which society. Yes, our government has given us a right to vote. So, right to vote during election, and this power over the ballot box has been used by people to elect or replace their representatives. So, according to our Indian constitution, according to our law, we all are equal. There should be no discrimination between the men and women and rich and poor. And we already know the increasing privatization of health services and the neglect of the government hospitals have made it difficult for most poor people like Kanta, Hakim and Aman to get good quality health care. These people do not have the resources to afford expensive private health services. But apart from our Indian constitution, which told us and in which it is written that each and every person is equal and each and every person has right to get the equal opportunities, but because our society is divided into governmentization and privatization, people from lower you can say income, like poor people, and some name is given like Kanta, Hakim, Aman, they were not get the opportunity of good health services. Why? Because of the privatization. They don't have much, or you can say sufficient resources. Here when I am talking about resources, it means I am talking about money. They do not have the sufficient money to afford expensive private health service. So here what we see, that our constitution is saying we all are equal, but in actual world, in actual society, in real society, there is a discrimination between rich and poor. Okay, is I'm clear? There is a discrimination between rich and poor. Now one more instance. Similarly, the man who sells juice does not have the resources to compete with all the major companies who sell branded drink through expense of advertisement, because you see the person who have money, sufficient sources of fund, they can do advertisement, they can take many, you can say, actress in their advertisement. So it is very difficult for a common fruit seller or common fruit juicer to compete with them, because they are using their money, they are using their funds to advertise that. Now one more instance. Sapna does not have sufficient resources to grow cotton and so has to take loan from the trader to grow her crop. This forces her to sell her cotton at the lower price. So by using these small example instances only, I would like to tell you, apart from our constitution, we are facing discrimination in our society. Poverty and lack of resources continue to be a key reason why so many people live in India are highly unequal. Now here this is the main point, why there is a discrimination in our society, because of poverty first thing, and lack of resources, because those who are rich, they are highly enjoying the opportunities, and those who are poor, they are not able to get even some benefits in the society. So that's why we are facing the discrimination or inequality in the society. The first main reason is poverty, and second is lack of resources. Now there is a one more example. One by one, if you see properly, I am telling you, I am giving you example, because our Indian constitution said that no one is discriminated because of their status. So I have given you one example of rich and poor because of their, you can say, caste. Now I am giving you one example related to our religion. Now Aslam were discriminated against not because they do not have resources. He has resources, he has fund. In fact, despite having the money to pay the required rent, they were not able to find an apartment over a month. Okay? People were reluctant to lease them an apartment because of their religion. Now you clearly understand, because of the religion of that person, Aslam, he has funds, but he did not find an apartment on rent because of their religion. So yes, in actual we have discrimination in the society. Similarly, the main reason that the teacher, one teacher, Om Prakash Valmiki, to sweep the schoolyard, everybody knows the schoolyard, was because he was Dalit. So it happened that teacher forced, it's just an example, don't relate in a today's scenario, but it is example to make you understand how people are discriminated in the society. Because he was Dalit, so other fellow people forced him to clean the schoolyard. You have also read that work women do is often considered to less value than that done by the men. All of these persons are discriminated against primarily because of their social and cultural background as well as because they are women. So this kind of discrimination happened in the society. But now if we see in 21st century, the scenario is completely changed, and for this people struggled for the equality, and we are going to study in our next session also how the people struggled for equality. Now there is some facts which is already written in your NCERT book, and I have taken this fact from your book. In India, it is the case that the poor consist of majority of member of Dalit, Adivasi, Muslim communities and often women. According to the 2001 census data, women from 48% population, Muslim 13, Dalit 16 and Adivasi 8. So these facts I have taken from your book. You can see your book, you can read your book, and even you can find more facts. As I told you, in our next session, we are going to see how the people struggle for equality, but these were the basic reason for because of these reason people think or they thought that they have to struggle, they have to do, they have to fight for the equality. As everybody knows now, in today's world, the situation is completely changed. Now each and every person is equal, treated equally, but for that people had their journey. Okay students, so now what you have to do, you have to read the chapter from your book, and we will finish our chapter number 10 in the next session. Have a good day student. Saira.